Hello everybody, welcome to Bible Bites. Good to have you with us again. Our question for today is, how do I find my spiritual calling? Now, this is a really interesting question, and I guess one that probably most Christians have asked themselves over time. After all, we all desire to obey the Lord and want to ensure that our lives and our decisions align with God's will in our lives. You see, we look back, we read the stories, we look at the movies of all of those great men and women of old who seemingly knew that one grand purpose that God had in their lives, and they went out and did it. Well, the truth is that God doesn't call many people to dedicate their lives in one specific area, which is known to hundreds of thousands and millions of people. Instead, we are called to serve areas of personal ministry, which depends on, of course, a variety of factors. What stage are we at in life? What is our level of spiritual maturity? Do we work full-time, or do we have a family to take care of? You see, God calls us to serve where we are, not only in a worship setting, but also in ordinary areas of life. God may call you to a different area of ministry in the future, but we must always recognize it is in His timing and not our own. Instead, sometimes God will hold us back, but He holds us back for a purpose. He holds us back to take time to build our practical skills, our spiritual knowledge, and our faith. You see, many people are really anxious to get going, to do more and more for the kingdom of God, and they're anxious to discover their calling from God. But when you look at the definition of calling in the New Testament, it almost always refers to our calling as believers, not our calling to a specific ministry. So, the advice is this: don't be anxious about whether or not you are fulfilling your calling in your Christian life. After all, our ultimate calling is this: to love God, to love others, to obey God, and take care of the needs of others. And so if we focus on fulfilling those responsibilities as part of our calling into the kingdom of God as believers, rest assured that He is going to take care of the rest.